Okay, welcome in everybody. The day after MLK Day, and I'm sorry I had to yell at my kids yesterday, y'all. I felt bad about it. Then I thought, I need to go into that video and cut out where I actually threw a trash can at Pork Chop, that little fat baby. And oh, did Beth get on to me? She says, "You cannot throw trash cans at your kids." And I go, "I know it, Beth. I know. Listen." She goes, "You're gonna scar them. I mean, for life. Dad was in a session and he threw a plastic trash can at us, but she was not hurt in the throwing of the trash can. I mean, we do that. Parents, we mess up sometimes. So I tossed a trash can and you know got her on the elbow, and oh, you would have thought, oh boy, she had so much fun telling on Dad, Mom, Dad threw a trash can at me. Listen, yeah, I did. Beth said, next time you stand up and you go over there and you spank her and you be done with it. You can't throw trash cans at the kids. And I go, I realize that. So the reason I didn't stand up though is because I'm in my underwear and I'm trying to have a little bit of dignity when it comes to being with y'all every day. So look, y'all, we got some stuff happening today. This ought to be a busy session. How are we going to dig ourselves out of the hole that we've got ourselves in? I mean, this is incredible. The E-minis are down 1.72%. Oh, behave. The AD is negative 438. Has it ever been so low? And it's going down again. So the NASDAQ is down 1.93%. And when you see that, you go, oh my goodness, our TQs are really down. Now, what this makes me think is it gets me excited because I've not been able to print out some stuff to move over accounts I'm moving some more accounts over to Thinkorswim, and I've got to move them because I'm ready to get in either TQs or UPRO with some IRA funds, and I got to transfer stuff. But y'all remember JoJo, my 7-year-old, tore up my printer. So I finally got my new printer, fax machine, scanner set up over here, and I've got to get that going so I can get my paperwork, so I can get my additional funds into my Roth IRA, and I'm going to have a Roth IRA, and I'm going to have a regular IRA that will be trading all together as well. So I'm like, with these down moves, I want to go in. Now the market could continue to keep going down, which is very possible. Why is my volume? I don't like my volume on my thingy here, so I got to change that. So we're below the 15-minute opening range. Let's see where the opening range was. Okay, so here's the opening range. We're below cash open. We're below VWAP. We're below the overnight low even. Is anything to catch the falling knife? I don't see anything, y'all. I don't see anything. So it could get, how shall we say, ugly for the rest of the day. There's nothing below us to catch us. Above us, we've got the hourly mid-band. We've got pivot point here. We've got the overnight high way up here, another pivot point there. So, and God only knows what this is. We have no idea. So, we've got all kind of stuff above us that would, serve as resistance for the day, but nothing to catch this falling knife. So we'll see if this low of the day, if this area serves as some bit of support, or if we continue to go down. All right, now with that said, let's look at our big green monster and see what it says. We'll go to the E-minis first, as we normally do. Okay, so price has gone from fair value here to oversold to overbought, and then back down to oversold again. So oversold again, and it looks like, no, we're not oversold, are we? No, okay, sorry. Fair value, oversold, overbought, and fair value. So this is fairly priced. Wouldn't surprise us at all to see a touch of the 45.50 around there where this 50% line is. Wouldn't surprise us at all. So we'll see how that shakes out for the rest of the day. Where would we anticipate us to go in the future? Well, it's fairly priced. So you would think it's going to hover around in here at some point. Wouldn't surprise us to see us fill these gaps and potentially go back to the point of control here. But we'll see, especially when we get over to look at the skew driver today. It's one of those things where you go, wow, we're at that extreme skew driver rating again, and we know what that means. So maybe this sell-off is a little overdone in the short term. We'll see. So let's go to our NASDAQ. And NASDAQ went from fair value to oversold to overbought. bought. So we're overbought. So we're a little more bearish on NASDAQ since it's in an overbought category. The overbought normally leads to the fair market or the fair value zone below. Of course, we never, are surprised if we fill gaps and go back to the point of control here. So a little bit more bearish for NASDAQ, which is not surprising, right? I don't think anyone's surprised that we're having this little rotation out of tech stocks. As much as we don't want to talk about news, we know that the Fed is going to raise interest rates several times, perhaps this year. And so the NASDAQ has no financial stocks in it whatsoever. So financial stocks tend to do very, very well during periods where interest rates are increasing. Why? Because, well, they can, number one, attract more money because the banks will be paying higher interest rates, but then they'll get to in turn loan that money out and they'll be able to charge more interest. So financial stocks normally do well on that. That's why you see a rotation kind of out of NASDAQ, I think. Keep in mind that as of this day, all news should be baked in. But we do see that we've had a little slide. Now, interestingly enough, if we look back over the last 10 days, then certainly we have a little bit of support here. So I'll be interested to see if this area that was support back here on January, whatever that is, will continue to serve as support here. So we'll see what that does. Now, interesting to look at the skew driver on today's date. So skew driver looks like it's right at 100, y'all. Now, have we ever seen 100 together? No, we've not. Look at there, 105 maybe, right? 105, 105, 100 to 105, right? So we, pick your poison. We just know it's at an extreme. So let's go put that down and see what that looks like on the chart. So we'll go year of our Lord. And we didn't have it yesterday because the SPX didn't trade. 118.22. So we're at, 100 or so. Let's see what that looks like. That should be really, really interesting. All right. So there we are. Here we are at a certain extreme. So what does that mean with the skew being an extreme? Remember, this looks at how far away from the money a 20-point put credit spread is that is trading for $5.20. How many points is it from the money? So it's 100 points from the money. We've been at 99 since we tracked this. We've been at 95. We've been at 96. So this is certainly the most extreme that we've had it. Now, keep in mind, this thing could go, on up, but we would anticipate over the coming days for this to somewhat normalize. For that to normalize and go down would mean that the SPX would go up. Now, the thing with skew driver is it's a horrible, we know it's going to revert to the mean. We know that it's going to, we just don't know when. But as we've seen before, whenever we get to these extremes, it's just been in a couple of days, right? So a couple of days for that to correct. So we don't, but don't be surprised if we keep up here for some time before going back down. But we always call this shooting fish in a bucket. Shooting fish in a bucket. So let's talk, for example, if you have 4 complete Sweet Bobby hedges on today, and you've gone to the Analyze tab to see if your account can stomach it, then today would be a great day to sell an additional 3 puts to start you another tranche. Remember, we like doing that on days when the market, the E-minis are down 0.4% or more. So we're over 1% down in the E-minis. So great day, great day to sell additional puts. Now, it's hard. It really is. It's really hard to sell into strength. And what I mean selling the strength is we sell at a most opportune time. So let's do this. Let's do our little quadrant thing again. Let's see, where's my, all right, here we go. So let's draw a little bit. And remember what to do on up days. What do you do on down days? If you want to be, you know, do something in the strength. Can you believe I was doing linear algebra last night? Unbelievable. My nephew has some math and they think, oh, Uncle Bobby, he knows how to do all that. And I really don't. All right, so let's look at it for a minute. So market up, market up, market down. And let's talk about puts. And then we'll talk about calls. Make sure everybody understands this. Everybody should understand that if the market goes up, that is the best time to sell a call. Everybody see that? Market up, you're going to sell a call. So I should put just make this a S. Sell a call. So it'd be the inverse, right? The most opportune thing to do on a down day would be to buy a call. Okay. And it's just the opposite on puts. On puts, if you were going to buy a put, you would buy a put on an up day and you sell puts on down days. So you'll see the little inverse relationship that these things have. Now, I just kind of throw that up there flippantly, and we've covered this several times, but I just want to make sure that everybody understands why. Because on a down day, when the market is down or on anything that you're selling a put on, you can get farther away from the money. So let's say you were selling a put on a stock that was at 100 and you wanted to sell a 10 delta, and I don't know, the 10 delta may be at, I don't know, what, 60 or so. So if this thing goes down really big to 90, then you can still maybe that 10 delta put maybe at a strike of 50. So you're further away. Well, I say you're further away. You're further away than what you would have been back at when it was 100. And remember, selling puts when the market is down, what happens to those puts? The puts get juicier. The puts get fatter. When the implied volatility goes up, it makes those swell, kind of like my calf muscles on a Sunday night, right? My ankles, or as I refer to them, my cankles. You know, I retain a lot of water. So your ankles kind of swell on a down day. Kind of think of it as, you know, well, the ankles are kind of the lowest part of my body. That's where, you know, when the market is down, those things swell. So my ankles are my puts. So the calls are my, I guess, my wrists, my hands. And the only time they swell is when the market goes up, right? You would think they would be up. So I just want you to know this little inverse relationship. If you're looking at the opportune time to do something is to do it when the market's down. Now, here's why people can't do it though, because they go, here's the question they ask, what if I sell it today and the market goes down tomorrow? That's the what if. And that's the difficulty of doing something like that. The difficulty of selling a put on a down day. It's kind of cool. Now, you remember the other day, Bobby Genius, remember when Bobby Genius gets in the way, Bobby Genius makes big mistakes. So I actually sold calls on our TQQ shares. Remember that? And yesterday we had a big, long discussion about what you could do with all that money. What could you do with the premiums from selling those? And I think I actually sold my calls on a day when the market was down. Well, Bobby dummy, that was dumb, right? But I kind of let the news, which we normally say is noise, I let this kind of sneak into my psyche. I let it sneak into my thoughts. And I go, my gosh, we got China fixing to blitz Taiwan. We got the Soviet Union. You can call them Russia if you want to. I'll still call them the Redskis. We got the Soviet Union about to invade, what is it, Ukraine? You know, and then you got Popov in the White House. And you think that China's scared of Popov? No. You think that the Soviet Union is afraid of Popov? Well, Lord, they're not scared of Popov. So you got all this stuff that's going on the horizon. You've got supply chain issues. We've got out of control inflation. You've got a Fed that's going to start tapering their purchases of bonds. They're going to increase interest rates. And you've got a market that's just been on a tear of a bull market forever. So we got all this stuff kind of working against the market right now. And so I said, well, you know, let me try to sell some calls, some covered calls. So, you know, looking back now, I look like a genius, but as fate will have it, we'll probably say that it was a bad decision at the time. But nonetheless, I hope everybody gets a picture of the most opportune time to do something is what? The most opportune time for you to buy groceries is right after you went to the Golden Corral buffet, right? So you sit there and you just gorged yourself. And you're like, oh my gosh, you know, I went to the chocolate fountain, I dumped a marshmallow in it and ate a piece of watermelon to make myself feel like I'm healthy. And then you head on out to the Kroger to do your grocery shop. The problem is you don't want to do that because you're so stuffed. But that's really when you should do the groceries, because you'll buy less and you won't buy as much junk. You won't go to the little Debbie aisle. You won't load up on the little brownies and the Christmas tree cakes because you're too full. So we're looking at the most opportune time to do something. Doesn't mean that you can't do it. You can sell a put on an update. But the most opportune time to do it is on a down day. So just make sure that everybody kind of gets some kind of idea on that. Now, interesting that with this market, hold on a minute, let me make sure. Let's see if that's Beth back. Beth, you back? If that ain't Beth. At what? Okay, just making sure. Okay, Beth is back, y'all. I have to send her out to run errands every day. All right, so let's see. What, Beth? I do too. Beth? She's getting a little too cocky today. All right, did you bring me back something for lunch? Yes or no? Beth? No, she's not talking to me. All right, so we got a little problem, y'all. There's a problem today. So the problem is, it says here that we got no buying power. Oh, we're $1,700 below water on our buying power. And you know, interestingly enough, someone asked in our thing the other day, said, "Hey, do you ever worry about your buying power?" And I really don't, because normally I just close positions. So we may have to close a few things today, right? And we had a big P&L down day on this move to the downside. So let's see if we can close some things. Let's go to our micros. That's where we normally start closing stuff, right? The release of buying power. Let's just see what we can do. Oh man, I hate closing anything here. Let's see if we get any buying power relief from doing that. So what would we do? So here you see a put debit spread that we've been buying. Well, let's look at them first, see what it looks like on the curve in our analysis tab. Here's what we look like. So we're getting into our whale now. We're getting into our elephant, right? To where we start having the profit mound. Everybody see this? A tremendous profits here. The only problem is if the overall market goes down, that means NASDAQ goes down and we're losing on our TQ position. So this is our micro positions. It gives us a little bit of a hedge. So these should be up today, right? These are up, but overall we're still down on the day because of the TQQ. That's the core holding of the account. So let's see if we can release a little buying power by closing some of these. I wanted them all to expire, but let's go down, 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 down in time, see what we can do. So these are little BSHs. I don't think they're taking up a lot of, I mean, we don't even have any bids on these options here. So let's just see if we can close a few things. Let's see where my naked positions begin. Here's one. So we sold this at about $20. We know because that's what we do on 111 trades. Let's just close it. So we should be able to close it for maybe 35 cents. And let's see if we get any bit of relief on this. closed position. So our buying power 1782. If we bought this at 40 cents, does this give us any buying power? May not give us a lot. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Now it went the other way. Isn't that crazy? Wait a minute. Was that a long that I closed? No, that was a short I closed. That's kind of strange, right? You would have thought that would have given us a little more buying power. Oh, behave. All right, let's go closely if we close something else. What else we got here? All right, here we've got, this one's for 11. And my question is this a naked one? It has to be, right? Because it doesn't have a 50, well, here's 45.10, 45.60. Well, yeah, I mean, see, that's one of our put debit spreads, so to speak. So I don't think I can, I mean, I guess I could close that, but I really don't want to. Let's see if there's anything else we can clear up. Get a little more. Where's all my stuff? Where's all my stuff? Trade, positions, activity, table. Where's all my stuff at? Hold on a second. Oh, I know why. That was that particular expression. All right. Trade, activity, table, curve, active. What we got here? Huh. Maybe we'll go to curve. Let's see what we got down here. Way down here on MES. 10 long ones. Come on. Tasty works. Where is my, let me click off of it. Looks like you're having a bug or something. It's probably not a bug. It's probably an ID10T error. So if you're ever like at your place of employment and you bring in the IT people and the ID10 people are on the phone with each other and they're on your computer and they say, oh, what kind of error is it? It's an ID10T error. Let me show you what that is in case you don't know. They're talking about you. You need to know this. ID10T error. All right. Idiot. That's what they're saying about you. So don't let them pull that on you. Go. I know what an ID10T error is. Some tubby guy in a spam hat told me what it was. Let's take that off. Yeah, we got an ID10T error here. All right, where's my darn stuff where I can close stuff? Trade. All right, Rick, you're my man. Normally show me where to close, what I'm doing wrong. I don't see what I'm doing wrong. Let's change underlines. Let's go. We went to SPY. Where's my darn table at? Okay, there it is. There it is on SPY. So let's go get my table on this. MES. Okay, there we go. All right, so then we could say, let's see if we could close some stuff here that might give us a little relief at 13 days out. We'll go down to the bottom. See what we got down here. We got a 6 and a 10. Let's say BSH. You know, we could close these, I guess, these little 6 options here, the short ones. See what that would do for us. Just close that, I said. Close and close 6 of those. See if we'll get a little bit of relief. Watch this go back. There we go. Give us a little bit. All right, this one is at 10 cents. So let's close that. Close position. You know, I don't want to work that for 25 cents. I mean, they may give me a better feel, but I bet I could do that for, what am I doing? Escape key. There we go. So let's go close order, close position. Let's try it for 15 if we get closed. Go to 20. A little bit on the cheap side. So let's go working orders, 20 cents here. Place order. Should have just what they said to it. Okay, 20. Okay, so we're down to 1872. So these we sold for $20. We can close all those. I'll just let it go with what it's saying. Get out of that. 1726. Here we go. We're getting there slowly but surely. Close position. Never a bad thing to take profits, y'all. All right, just close it and release some buying power. 1574. There we go. Let's get down and see what we got here. Close this one. And I'm depending on Tasty Works to give me a better feel. I'm not even seeing what I'm feeling for. So we're down to $1,400. Yeah. So if you sell something for 20 and you close it for 70 cents, you've done quite well. So we close it for 75. I said, let's see if we, hey. Just go with what Tasty Works says, dude. 75. Come on, Bob. There we go. Now where we at? Now we're at 1264. Looking good. All right. If you sell something for 20 and you can close it for $1.70, you've done quite well. Position. Oh, 225. Okay. So now we're down to 921. Close position. I know this is riveting stuff, but I mean it's stuff that you got to do. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly. We show it all. Close this one. If you sell it for 20, can you close it for 2? Absolutely. Look at profits. Of course, you don't see profits because it looks bad for the day. And another thing we got to keep in mind, even though we got 13 days on this, so this is you're increasing that hedge as well, right? By closing positions, closing short positions. All right, so now we're down. Now we've got positive buying power. Check that out. Let's see if we need to close one more. So generally, whenever this happens, I've got enough experience with this to know, hey, when this happens, just close some positions, and I like closing profitable positions. I don't ever want to close something for a loss, but if we have to, we have to. So now we've got $833 in buying power. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? So I'm not sure exactly what we've got on the other one, but we'll check it out. We'll see what we got. All right, so we've released some buying power. So now we normally put on a 1-1-1 trade. So this should give us enough buying power to put on another one. Bobby, you gonna put on another one when you're blowing through your buying power? Well, of course. Why would I not? Isn't that our plan? Isn't that what we do? Put on trades. We go in, without fear. Got to go in and approach the market. Just go and do what we need to do. So let's go here. Where would we go? Closest to 60 days without going over. We do a long put vertical. We do that 50 points wide. And we move it down so that it's a debit of $10. Move my strikes down. Isn't it great that we can do all this stuff? I mean, it's just so cool. Can you imagine not being able to not trade? I mean, I'd be lost. Just love this stuff. Hope y'all do too. I think you do because all y'all come in every day. We always do the same stuff. Rick is retired. Rick, has it set in yet? Have you had a break yet? What's happening? I'd like to hear from Rick after he just retired.
Yeah, so things are going well. I'm arranging things at home, arranging the finances, arranging the IRA. So I have a little more arranging to go, and then I can devote full time here, big guy.
I like it. I like it. And you'll find, Rick, that I mean, I should have had my IRA done months ago, but my printer's out and I keep going. I gotta get stuff certified. I gotta get certified, someone to do a notary and blah, 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 blah. And then we've got to sell property in Alabama. Best daddy died. I gotta go down there. It's just all this stuff. And I just don't have time. All right, so let's do this one. It's 50 points, but it's fun, right? I mean, we've got all this great stuff we can do. So let's move that up to 10 and let's do it. That increases my buying power by putting on a put debit spread. So that gives me another $55. Should. There we go. 868. So then we got to sell something for around $20 to pay for it. Same old program. Same old program. So let's go to about 21. Let's sell that. It says it'll take $492 in buying power. Now, we got to look at the other count and see if we got any buying power in that one. So we don't have a lot of buying power now, but we're fine. I'm good. And we can still close other stuff. We got a lot of trades. Let's see what our fortress looks like now. Let's see what our little hedge to the downside looks like. So we'll go back to curve, go back to analysis. So we can see all of our pretty little little stuff to the downside. And look, we're getting in it now, y'all. We're getting into the profit zone with the market coming down. But if it goes on down, it's going to serve as a hedge against our long core position. So we're just at the tip of the iceberg. We are just at the tip, and we got more great stuff to go to the downside. So our little profit hump is up to what, $9,367. Were we to go down there? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so we got that done. So let me see if we can put some trades in the other account, or if I'm gonna have to close some stuff there. I bet I'm gonna have to close some stuff there too. Back to activity, field. So everything got filled. All right, now where was my spread at? Here it is, 4,500, 4,450. Now let's just first of all see if I can put it in, and I bet I can. So we'll go over here. So we'll go to trade. 44, 40, what is it again? 4,500, 4,450. / MES. All right, so here let's go to 59 days. That's where we're going. I bet it's gonna make us close things. So let's see. We're gonna go 4,500, 4,450, 4,500, 4,450. Come on, Bob. Old Bobby, old pal. 4,500, 4,450. All right, kind of cool here in this account. That must have been the day that we couldn't do it in the other one. Remember when the buying power was all messed up? So we can buy one where we've already bought one. So we'll hit this buy button on top of one where we already bought. And then we'll go over here and sell one where we've already sold one. All right. Let me just put that in and see what it says on the buying power if we do it there. Well, believe it or not, we got buying power for that. Wow. Okay. So I think he's not here where I can get it out. Oh no. What's wrong? Hold on. Oh, here it is right here. It's on my other screen. Let's close that. So that doesn't look right. 45. I always mess it up, Rick. So let's say buying that, selling that, 59, 60 days. Let's see, 4,500, 4,450 for 1150. Look at that. That says that's going for 1425. Huh? What the devil? Has the price of that changed so much since then? I mean, that's crazy. Doesn't look right. I'm at 59 days, right? 4,500, 4,450, 4,500, 4,450. This doesn't look right. Let's try it again. 4,500.
Right.
4,450. Let me hit the mute all button. Zoom controls. See if this works. Mute all. Mute all. I still hear y'all. If you all will, just mute yourself. Who's on? Aha, I see the offender. No, I don't see the offender either. How come my mute all button's not working? Having all kind of technical issues today. All right, everybody mute, 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 mute. Hold on, let me hit it one more time. My mute all button.
I'll go online for it when I have it.
Aha, it's Shauna. If that does it. Unbelievable. What are y'all checking about, by the way? Checking your strikes again. I got 4360, 4310. Wow, okay. 4360, 4310. Okay, that must have been something that I closed, right? Oh, yeah, 40. Okay, let's try those strikes in. Hello, I'm pretty new to the group. I want to start doing the 111. I've only done options on stocks and ETFs, not on futures. Is there something you would recommend to learn about futures? Take so much less buying power. Well, now keep in mind about the futures. The futures use span margining. So with span margining, it's less certainly, but keep in mind it can change on a dime. Now, Doron, I got Doron muted there. All right. So it can change on a dime. So very, very good question. You just gotta, you gotta be careful when you spend margin. You gotta be comfortable like I am. You gotta be, closing things, doing all those type of things. So just keep that in mind. So you said 43. Let me see. Looks like I did a 4350, 4300 too. 4350, 4300. Let's see what that is. 4350, 4300. Yeah. So, I mean, what I recommend, well, that's what we do here. So I think you're in the right place. We do this every day, trading futures. So, I think you'll get comfortable with us doing this. There it is. Now we're on the right tracks. Thank y'all for helping me on that. My mind, kind of goes somewhere. So let's see if we got enough to do this after we do this selling the 21. Now you can do it all as one order over here, right? So we'll sell that one. 11.25. So we can bump that up to $11 credit so we get feel. Let's see if we got enough buying power to put that one on. Oh no, we're gonna need $3.95 to do it. Okay, Bob. Well, if that's the case, you got to close a little something. So let's see. Is there a way to save an order? Save. All right, then we'll see if we can come back and find that. All right, so I got to close a little something to put that order in. So let's do it. So I think I've already closed most of these that are profitable. Well, we could close part of this black swan hedge, right? I mean, I want these to all go to zero and just expire, but we can close that. So let's go create closing order. Cost me $5.16. There we're feeling. Let's close one more. See if that gives us enough buying power. Buy 3 of those back for a dime. Let's see if there's something else that we have here we can close. Like I said, I may have already closed all my little naked components over here. Uh-oh. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, what is it doing that? Oh, I got rid of my donkeys yesterday. Some people have messaged me about that. Did you ever get rid of them donkeys? Yeah, I did. And it hurt me too, y'all, to see my donkeys. And it was so easy to get them up too. I was like, I can't believe it was that easy to get them up. 45.15. 50.1. Yeah. So they jumped in the little trailer and I was like, I thought I was going to cry. I was like, I cannot believe I'm selling my donkeys. But you cannot live on this farm if you're going to kill other stuff. And who would have thought? Who would have ever thought of a donkey killing 3 of my precious newborn baby goats? So apparently what they do is they pick them up in their mouth and they just sling them until they die. So, it just hurt me so bad, but they're still in my town. And the little fellow that bought them said I can come see them anytime I want to. So, he was real excited on getting the donkeys. And it turns out they're going to have a little boyfriend over there, which is kind of cool. So we sold this one for $20.25, right? So if you sell it for $20.25, can you close it for, I know you can close it for $18.50. Look at that price, y'all. Well, we got some movement over here. So let's close it for that $4.75 before it pops back up to 18 something. And with these market movements, y'all, we got some stuff going on. So I'll close one more. That may give me enough buying power to do that. Let's close that. Now let's see if we can find our saved order. Where's that thing? Saved order. Order entry and saved orders. Saved orders. There we go. Here was the one we were doing a while ago. Confirm send on that. Yay, we got enough buying power. Look at us. And we're going to get a $50 credit. Yay. Hoolah. There we go. So let's go put that in the group real quick. So we keep up with it. Let's look at our deltas and everything first of all, right? So notice this account isn't down nearly as much as that other one. Why? Well, because we sold that covered call. Let's see how our covered call's doing. See what that thing's doing. So our overall deltas are 122. 159 on this, which was substantially dampened by the greatest call ever, and that is Sweet Bobby selling covered calls. So I'm up 60% on that. Look at there, y'all. I'm up $812 on the day. We're up $648 on that. So that's a $648 good little move that I did the other day, and I just did it on a hunch. And I don't like trading hunches. I do not like trading hunches, but sometimes your little hunch plays off. So we've got great theta. Look at that. Why do we have great theta? Because we have those calls. But even without those calls, we'd be positive theta. So even though after I closed all those positions, isn't that kind of cool that we're still good, right? We're still fine with our theta. Our Vega a little higher than I'd want it, but what are you going to do? I mean, it is what it is. All right. So with that, let's now go to our spreadsheets. Now, this ought to be interesting to see if we're going to be able to make these trades. What's this show? This is kind of cool. And I swear to you, I am trying so hard to get that button set up so you can, start this thing. But right now, what we're having to do is you're having to go developer, Visual Basic. Remember that code that I wrote in here? And you're having to go play, right? So you play it, then I've got this price updating every 10 seconds. And you can change that to every 1 minute, or you can do 60 per seconds or whatever. Oh, see, ambiguous name detected. So I got some work to do. Let's close that. So this thing's updating every 10 seconds now. And you see, the cool thing is it's telling us to buy 13 shares of TQQQ, and it's telling us to buy 19 shares of TMF. So we got to see if we got buying power to do all that. So let's see if we can do it. TQQQ 67.64. So buy 13 shares. Make sure I'm in the right account. See if it lets us buy 13 shares. Buy 13 shares of TQQQ. TQQQ. Oh, this is just the funnest thing. Oh, I just love this stuff. So we're going to buy, right? So you bid the ask. You bid the ask. What was the price? TQQ said it's 67.64. I can update every 10 seconds. You better update every 10 seconds, Jack. 67.64. 67.64. Bobby, why don't you have live prices on Thinkorswim? Remember, because this is in a corporation. I've got this little account in a corporation. All my accounts, actually, other than my IRAs, in little corporations. And I don't subscribe to the live date on stocks. Just don't. I do on futures. I have to pay for that. Let me see what's going over here on Thinkorswim or on Tastyworks. TQQQ, what's the ask? TQQQ is 67.38. Oh, behave. Well, my little thing's not working right over there. So I'm going to overpay for this thing. 67.38. 67.38. It's dropping like a fly. Let's go back to our spreadsheet. Make sure it says, look at there. It's not updating. Hold on, let me try that again. Visual Basic. Run. There it is, 67.38. Now it should run every 10 seconds. 67.38 by 14 shares. Aha. Let's try 14. See if it'll let us. Go up one. Go up one. Not 100. 14 shares at 67.38. Let's see what the buying power requirement is on that. Oh no. Oh no, $849 buying thing. So I said resulting buying power for options. So if we sent this, it'd probably reject it. Right? Yeah. Now it's going to let me do it. It's going to let me do it on the stocks. All right, so 67.62. Let's see. Let's go back to that. Field orders. I bought 14 at 672784. 672784. 672784. 672784. 67.2784. All right, so here we go. TQQQ. And it's cool, right, to see the algorithm actually working. It works. So we're buying 14 shares on the year of our Lord, 1/18/22. Bobby, what if it goes down more? Well, we'll just buy more, right? Is this new balance, new capital, or is it a new underline? No, it's just a signal. In signals, we say no, right? No, very important you do that. All right, so let's go back and it should say buy 6. Forget that. You do it once on your day and you don't ignore any other signals until we look at it tomorrow. Don't worry about that. All right. I probably need to put some little fix in there to just undo it until, don't look at it again until next day. I'll have to figure out what that formula will be, but I hope that doesn't bother you at all. All right, so then it says it wants me to buy 19 shares of the TMF. Let's look at that. TMF is at an ask of 23.83. Buy 19 shares. 19 shares. TMF. Too much fun. That's how you remember it. TMF 23.83. So we're going to buy. Oh, the mind is the first to go. I can't remember. 19 shares. 19 shares at 23.83. Mm-hmm. 23. I like looking over here because it's 4 digits. 19 at 23.829. 23.829. 23.829. 23.829. 23.829. All right, so we'll go TMF. 19 shares of that Booker. 19 at 1/18/22. And really important to put no. All right, because this way I've got it figured out. Like if you wanted to put new capital in and buy something, you can put yes, right? Or if you're doing a rebalance, quarterly rebalance, you put yes. But just on those signals, you put no. So let's go back here and see if that cleans that up. It says buy 7 shares. Don't worry about that. We don't look at it again until tomorrow. All right, so now we've got everything here. So let's put everything in its little folders. Count has no available buying power. We know that. You ain't told us nothing, Jack. All right, so let's put everything in its little bitty compartments. And 111 57th, 60, 61st, 62nd, 63rd. So this may be the 64th. If we're compartmentalizing everything, 64th. It will be the 64th. All right, so let's do this. Let's make sure there's nothing uncompartmentalized. I got to put that somewhere. I just don't remember where. All right, so this one is these 3 options here. Control, control, control. 111 64th. Move to group. Ah, I hate having to change that every time. Look and feel large, so we can all see it. All right, so there we go. Right click, group, add group. I said add group. 64, 64. Bingo. All right. Then it looks like it didn't put our TMF in its little thing, so we got to put our TMF shares in the bonds. So we'll move to group, the bonds. And it looked like it did put our TQQs in there. So now we've got 458 shares of TQQQ. Now, it's always important to make sure you go back to your spreadsheet and kind of make sure that that's right. Remember the other day we had an error in it? And the reason is I had put a 9 instead of a 7 on my spreadsheet. So I was 2 off. So you got to go, every now and then just check it. 458. And it says we got 388 in TMF. Let's see if that's right. 388 in bonds. 388. Bingo. Great. All right, so we got that done. Let's see the other account and see what it's doing. I may have to free up some more buying power at the end of the day, but I'm not going to bore y'all with doing that now. So let's look at the other account. So I've got that on auto save. Let's see what the other account's saying. Now on this one, I've got this one hooked up to Thinkorswim still. So it's still pulling this in. Oh my gosh, we can't update some of the. All right, so it's telling me to buy 11 and buy 16. So if I have to close anything to do it or not, buy 11 and buy 16. All right. Now remember, I do need to say this too. If ever I have to make a decision on these, like which one would I take? Like if I couldn't take both of them, I don't have the buying power, I don't have stuff that I can close. What would I do? I would definitely do the TQQ. That's the money driver, right? And I may not take this one. If I had to, I probably want to, but if I had to, you know, if I had to skip one and I don't have the cash, what I would do is I would probably liquidate some TMFs in order to buy some TQQQs. But hopefully we don't have to do that. We'll see. So I'm going to buy 11 shares of TQQQ. Let's see. TQQQ, QQQQ. See if it'll let me. Buy 11. Buy 11, Bob. Buy 11. Let's see what it'll do. Oh, doesn't have enough buying power. So we got to close something else. All right, let's close something. How much buying power did it say that's going to take, by the way? Okay, $514. Not bad at all. And I think this is good that we all see this together, right? So let's go into my MESs. That's where we found a really good area to take profits. And let's go to trade and take it off the curve. Where were we now? 13 days out. So let's see what we got here. Well, these are all our spreads. Let's see, that's 42. That's a spread. And these are all just little, these are my little naked components. So we can always close a naked component. All right. So keep in mind, we sold this for 20 bucks. So Bobby, Tasty Trade says take them off at 50%. I got it. I just let them run a little longer. And I didn't care that it took up my buying power either, right? Because now I can certainly close it, even on a down day at a good profit. So let's close those, see what that'll do for our. Here we go. Good Lord. Now I got $1,100 just in closing those two. Wow. Is that right? All right, let's see what we can do now. So now let's go back to our activity. Working, cancel. Did it cancel our order? Field on cancel. Here it was. MES, no, it didn't do it. All right, so let's see if we can do our TQQ order now. TQQQ. Trade. Ask. And was it 14 shares? 10 shares. Okay, Bob. Oh, Bob, oh, Bob. 10 shares. 10 shares. There we go. So we got it at what? Was 67.37. 10 of those. Let's put that in. We'll almost be finished. 67.37. Same activity. 67.37. 37 times 10. If our Lord, 118. No. Make sure you put your TQQ. All right, now, how many is it saying we need to do with TMF? TMF says we need to buy 17 shares. Okay. See what our buying power is now. Probably have to close something else, right? Let's close one or two before we put that in. So let's go back to trade, go to ES. I think this is a really, really good session because you're seeing me having to adjust. You're seeing me having to squirm. The Bobster's squirming to release buying power. But you're also seeing me not panic in the face of adversity. That's what's more important than anything. Never panic in the face of adversity. You and I are confident. You and I are. All right, what does that do for our buying power? 812. Yeah, let's close one more. 4-4. See, that's the cool thing, y'all. I got tons of stuff I can close, right, to give me buying power, and that's normally the case. All right, so will you sell something for 20? Can you sell it? Can you close it for 450? Absolutely. Close that little puppy. There we go. So now our buying power is 1382. All right, now let's see if we can put our TMF in. TMF, and it said buy Tasty Works 17 chairs. Let's do it. And we'll let y'all go in your merry way. So hit the ask. We'll buy 17. Dinky dinky. Yeah. 2387. 2387. 2387. 17 chairs. Where does it say 17? There it is. 2387. So let's put that in. We'll be done. 2387. 2387. No. 17 shares. Bought. 118.22. And TMF. Boom. Chicka boom, chicka boom. And then forget these. Don't worry. It's a residual. We don't worry about that at all. All right. Questions at all? Oh, y'all got some questions here. Let's see what y'all say. Can you please show the VIX hedge? Is it a good day to start it on a down day? And the answer is no. Wouldn't you update NetLick before taking trades? Dwayne, that's a good question. I probably should, but I don't. The NetLick doesn't have anything, I don't think, to do with the action tab. I don't think it has anything to do, but yeah, theoretically, yeah, you should. If these numbers are going to be right, if all these percentages are going to be right, absolutely. But I don't think that has any bearing on the algorithm at all. So VIX hedge, you would not do the VIX hedge on a day up. So let's look at VIX really quick, and then I'll let y'all go. All right, so here's the VIX. Let's look at the chart of the VIX. So VIX has popped up. We would put VIX hedges on down days, right, when this is down, and theoretically around this area. So we normally try to do that around 120 days out. So that would have been yesterday, but the VIX didn't trade yesterday. So today would be the first day that you could actually do it, but we would not put that on today because VIX is up. You don't put the VIX hedge on a down day. So very good question though, Lena, very good question. Okay. Y'all doing okay? Just make sure everybody's okay, because it's kind of hard on days when, your core holding is down so much. But what we did is we took the down move and we use that as an opportunity to add shares. Was it a smart move? I don't know. Time will tell, right? Time will tell. But that's what we are. We're wealth builders and we're asset accumulators. And it's no better time to buy an asset than when that asset is down. So I hope y'all have a blessed day, and I will see y'all tomorrow.